want to share with you something called a voicing in tenths. Now, a voicing on a piano is referred to as the arrangement of the notes. So I want to share with you a voicing in tenths and show you what an open sound it creates. Plus, we're going to take a look at a couple of chord progressions. Okay, here we have a C major chord. It consists of the root, third, and fifth. Very basic way to play a major chord, or also known as a major triad. But in order to understand what a voicing in tenths is, and it's a very simple thing, you have to know the number system. And if you know the 7 different notes that are in a key of music, you know they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it goes beyond 7 to 8, 9, 10, and it actually goes beyond 10, but we're just going to go to 10 today. So the way that the voicing is played is you're going to take the third that's normally played here, and you're going to play it up an octave. That's it. It's a voicing in tenths. You can also play a voicing in tenths with a minor chord or a minor triad. Here you have a root, a minor third, and a fifth, and without getting into the numbers of the key of C minor, if you just take this tone, this minor third, and move it up an octave, that is a voicing in tenths in a minor key. So we're going to look at this on the keyboard. You see this right here in front of you, this instructional guide. These are called Keyshots. It's these little keyboard diagrams that have colored notes that represent the number system. I want to send this to you. It won't cost you anything. It's very colorful and it's very instructive to teach you how to play voicing in tenths, but it's also very fun because it's an exercise without you having to read traditional sheet music, and helps to get you more in line with playing chords visually. So let's take a look at a voicing in tenths on the keyboard. So here we have the anatomy of a tenth in C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, also known as the octave, 9, 10. So E is going to be the 10th in C. Now, the easiest way is just to take your major triad and move the middle note, which is the third, the major third, up an octave. And there you have a 10th. You can have a 10th in G. Here's G major. And obviously, the simplest thing is just to take the third and move it up an octave, right? Here's C. Here's F major. Take the third, move it up an octave. So there's your 10th voicing. And as you can see, the farther down the keyboard you go, the more you have to move, because these chords, these triads, they really tend to growl, right, as you get down lower like that. So that's one reason to use a voicing in tenths. So let me also show you that you can play tenths with a minor chord. So here we have C minor, and I can take that E flat, move it up an octave, and there's my C minor in tenths. There's G minor in tenths, F minor in tenths, and so forth. So one thing that I want to emphasize to you is to learn the number system. When I was young and I didn't really have any knowledge of chords and chord voicings and the number system, I thought those were things that were just for guitar players. So I just really didn't have any knowledge of that. So I want to emphasize to you to learn the number system, because if you can learn one chord or one progression in one key, you can learn it in all keys. So I just want to emphasize that the number system is really important. I want to show you that you can play a voicing even if you have a smaller hand. I'm going to reduce the size of my hand by not using my thumb and just playing these 4 fingers, and show you how easy it is to play a 10th voicing and just using your pedal. You see that? So you can play a 10th voicing by arpeggiating the chord. It actually sounds better than just playing, you know, there's a time for that, but it actually sounds much better to arpeggiate the chord. Okay? And if you at any time needed to, you could just use 2 hands to play the voicing. So, you know, it's not really difficult to play a 10th. I mean, you can just use two hands if you need to, but for the most part, you're going to be arpeggiating that chord. Okay, I want to show you this chord progression where we're going to be adding some chord tones in our right hand instead of just playing, to learn these voicings and tenths. So I'm going to play it and then I'll break it down. Okay, I know that last that bass note was a little out of the shot, but we're going to start off with our C major 9 chord. Okay, we're playing that 10th voicing in our left hand. In our right hand, we're playing B, D, E, G. Okay? And that is a C major 9. And then we're going to move to B minor 7. Okay, so we're still playing the 10th voicing in our left hand. And here we're playing A in octaves, that's the flatted 7, and then D, the minor 3rd, and then the F sharp, which is the 5th of a B minor chord. And then we're going to A minor, where we're playing the root 5th and the minor 3rd again, a voicing in tenths in A minor, and we're playing the G in octaves, right? That's the flatted 7, and then the minor 3rd, C, 5th, which is E. And then we're just going to move our left hand up and play this chord again. We're just going to hold on to what we have in our right hand. Our left hand, we're playing a D. We're playing a G major over a D. Now this is, for all practical purposes, a 2 chord in C. A 2 chord in C is actually, a D minor chord, but we're playing this, putting this G in here. It's actually a D sus chord, suspended chord. Without getting into too much chord theory, it's a D11 chord, but either way, it's a suspended chord, and it leads to another chord, and the chord that it leads to is going to be the note or the chord that's 5 notes down. So here we have a D11 chord, and it's going to lead to a G chord, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and without really getting into that, we're just moving around the circle of fifths, if you know what that is. So we're here. Actually, we're here, and then we're going into our G major. So we're playing this chord voicing, and we're just cycling around, okay? Okay, you can also do a major 9 to a minor 7 to another major 9 chord cycle. So if you just want to start out with C major 9 and move to B minor 7, instead of going to A minor 7, you can go to C major 9, B minor 7, B flat major 9, and then move to the A minor 7, right? And just keep alternating between major 9 and minor 7. If you want to end it, just play a major 9, play 2 major 9s together, and that kind of ends the progression, like one major 9 is sliding into another. Okay, I want to send you this very colorful instructional guide. It has these little keyboard diagrams called Keyshots, and it has these colored dots that represent the number system. It'll help you learn to play really wide, spread out voicings like this, because you don't have to keep rewinding and backing the video back up in order to to keep playing them over and over. So it'll be real helpful to you. Just click the link in the description and I'll send it to you.